my spooky children, it's me Ghost Girl and I'm here with you guys for another video. So in today's video I'm basically going to be talking about myself and my mental health journey and things like that. I want to apologise in advance for the brightness. I'm filming outside today. It's the first time I've filmed outside in a while. The weather is getting better. It's a really nice day today. I don't know if you can see, but it's really bright out, and I've been enjoying the sun this past week. Also, it's quite windy, but it's really warm in my garden, and I had like a lot of things to do today, so this video will be out quite late. It's quite late in the afternoon while I'm filming this. So I'm basically, I was gonna do a product review video today, but I don't feel I've got it in me today. There's some stuff that I just feel like I need to express, because I feel like, especially since COVID, maybe a lot of people feel this similar way to what I'm feeling right now. But basically I'm going to be talking about COVID and how it has affected me, my career, and basically I got a wake up call and I kind of remembered who I was. So ever since I was, I'm going to say about 9, I've always wanted to travel and explore the world. I've always had this great sense of adventure, and when I was a kid I used to play like adventure games with my friends where we'd explore all these cool and exotic places, and I used to create whole imaginary universes in my head and everything, and fantasy worlds, and sometimes we'd play games in the real world, but the fantasy world was quite fun, and I always wanted to travel and explore the world, and I've always been interested in the world around me and different cultures. And growing up in a mixed race family, I've always immersed myself in different cultures. And for those of you that don't know, I've not really talked about my heritage or anything on this channel, mainly because I've had quite a few bad experiences like regarding my heritage and stuff, like racial abuse, and I've faced a lot of discrimination at my work and stuff. I had a recent job where actually my manager made a racist comment about me and stuff at one of my previous employments. I'm not going to say where, but let's just say I had an employer that treated me badly because of my race and my heritage and stuff. I got really badly bullied at school because of my heritage, and yeah, it's because of that I don't really feel comfortable discussing it on here, and I've not really been open about it, but I am mixed race. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my dad is Middle Eastern, my mum is Scottish, and my granny and my auntie are Greek Cypriot. So I'm 1/3 Greek Cypriot, 1/3 Scottish, and 1/3 Arabic. And I've always wanted to travel, and I've noticed it's been since I moved to Stirling. I didn't really fit in here, and we moved here when I was a kid, and part of me just wanted to explore and go to better places. It was almost like escapism, because I wanted to get out. I wasn't happy here. I'm still not happy living in Scotland. I hate it here, and just there's a lot more opportunities for me in bigger and brighter places. But when I was 9, I developed this fascination with travel, and then when I was 10, I begged and begged my mum for a globe for my Christmas, and finally, after lots of begging, she finally bought me the globe. And then since then, I've always collected globes and maps and travel guides and travel brochures and travel journals. I've even got a bin with the map of the world on it. When I was 11, my auntie got a job as a flight attendant, and she told me all about the travelling and stuff that she did, and ever since then my heart was set on getting a job in the travel industry, and I've always dreamed about being a flight attendant. So what happened was, after I left school, I got a job at a safari park working in catering. Didn't really enjoy the job, but it was a job, it got me money. I did that for a couple of years. Then I decided that I wanted to go to college to study tourism, because that is what I wanted to do. So I went to college and started at a N3 level, which is the equivalent to going and studying a standard grade. Then I kind of worked my way up until I eventually went to uni and studied my degree. I didn't really do that well at school. School was definitely not a good place for me. I hated school. If you ask me, school is it was just a waste of time for me. After I did my 4th year at secondary school, because in Scotland the total secondary school years is 6, but you can do 4. I went to 5th year, but to be honest, the 5th year was just a total waste of time for me, because the school didn't have much funding. It was like a council school, and there just wasn't many opportunities. So I ended up leaving school early, getting a job, and then going to college. just because I was better off doing that. There was no point in me wasting an extra year of my life at school when the school didn't provide the opportunities that I needed and college did. So I ended up leaving school at 16, doing an NC at college and then working my way up to a degree level. Unfortunately, when I was studying my diploma at college, COVID happened and there was just no jobs at all, and I had to go from studying at a college to studying everything online, and the transition was just an absolute nightmare. And then it was just hated studying online, and after my diploma, when I completed it, the world was still a mess. I mean, it's still a mess now, but it wasn't much better back then. So I kind of had to face a choice. I thought, well, I'm either going to go to uni and further study and hope that the world improves slightly by the time I finish, or I try and look for a job even though there's none. So I decided I wanted to go to uni, and I've always wanted to go to uni since I'd say about 13, 14, I wanted to go to uni. When I was at school, the local university invited us to an open day thing, and we got a tour of the university and learned about certain subjects that we could learn, and I was actually inspired. I decided, yeah, I want to go to uni, but I was told by the school that I wasn't capable of going to uni and studying the degree. Studying the degree is really hard. Studying a degree is really stressful. We don't think you could cope with that. That's what I got told by the school when I said that I wanted to go to university. They told me not to bother, and that was that basically. But when I got older and went to college and started studying and stuff, I was speaking to one of my college lecturers, and they said to me, have you thought about what you're going to do after college? And I said to them, well, I'm not really sure what my options are. I've always wanted to go to university, but I don't know if they do this subject in university. And she explained to me that they did, and that there was options, and that if I worked really hard, that I could definitely get into uni. And so she basically told me about this program that the unis do, where if you get a higher national certificate, you can start in your second year and do your second, third and fourth year, or you can study a diploma and then do a third and fourth year at uni, which is what I did. So after speaking to her and speaking to the careers advisor at the college, I decided that was what I was going to do. And I was really nervous during all this when I applied for the uni and stuff, because I only applied for one uni, one course, international tourism and airline management, because like I said, that is always the sector that I've always wanted to work in, and it was a big risk because I'd only applied for one course in one uni. I didn't have a backup plan, And now looking back, I realise actually that was quite a risky and stupid decision, but risks pay off. And I'm about to make another risk, but it might just pay off. And this is an even bigger risk, but I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, it was very risky because I didn't have a backup plan, and if this flopped, that was it. There was nothing in place. I did use law of attraction to manifest my uni course. If you want to know about law of attraction, comment down below. It's a spiritual practice. I am very spiritual, and if you want me to make the kind of videos, I will, but this is not a spiritual / law of attraction video. This is me talking about my journey. So I got into uni and I had my introduction and everything, and it was still really bad with COVID, so we were still doing a lot of online. Back then it was hybrid, so one day online, one day on the computer. And when I went inside the uni for my first class, I was so overwhelmed and I did not feel like I fitted in or I belonged. My puppy's here, just to let you guys know. Oh, he's lying on my lap. Baby boy. There you go, fluffy puppy. But yeah, so I was so nervous starting uni. I didn't even know if I was going to make it or if I was going to complete the course, because years of people telling me that I wasn't good enough, and a lot of self-doubt had built up within me, and I was really scared. Actually, I was terrified. He's moving his wee head. But I did it. I studied hard. I completed the course. I graduated in July, just there. And then I was at an awards ceremony last month for an award that I'd won for my work at uni. So I ended up doing, I didn't just pass the course, I ended up doing really well. So never let anyone tell you that you can't do anything, because you can. Because I was told for years that I'd never be able to go to college or go to uni or even get a job, and I've proved them all wrong. After uni, really, my life just kind of didn't go well. As you know, I had a boyfriend that I talked about on here. That I was seeing for over a year. We separated just as I graduated. Then there was the hour cycle ex that's stalking me on social media, and I made a lot of videos about him just because he was not right in the head and he's actually needing help mentally. Then there was all the drama with him and my mate. Although she's not my mate anymore, I'm not talking to her anymore because she's betrayed my trust and she's lied to me, and I'll talk about that, but that's in another video. Then there was all the stuff that happened with my previous job. Looking for jobs in tourism, it was really hard. I ended up taking on a job that wasn't in tourism, and that was mainly because there was nothing else, and that was a big mistake. I'd never do that again. I've learned from that, yeah, and I ended up leaving that job just because of everything that was going on. For some of you guys that have watched previous videos, you might know about that, and that all that ended up just sucking the life out of me. I felt so drained, and everything, like between that job and that Psycho-X, the two of them just drained the life out of me. And not just that, when you're looking for work, the job centre put you under so much stress and pressure, you end up just looking for anything just to get the job centre off your back. And I ended up really losing myself and forgetting who I was. And it wasn't until after I went to London, my mate was worried about me, so he invited me down to London, and I remembered who I was, because I kind of lost myself and I forgot who I was, and I forgot what I wanted to be and who I wanted to be. I forgot about my passions and my ambitions. And then I went to London, and I went there for a few days, and it's like I woke up, it was like a wake-up call. I remembered who I was, I remembered who I am. I was like, wait a minute, I've got dreams, I've got goals, I've got things I want to achieve. And then when I remembered, I was suddenly like, wait a minute, I wanted to leave Stirling, I wanted to move to London because it's the perfect place for me to live, because people there, it's not like the town that I live in where it's like there's a small box, and if you don't match a small box, you don't fit in. People just accept you for who you are, and you make lots of friends there. It's easy to make friends, and it's just like when I was about 16, I went on holiday to London. I loved it. I loved this city, and I kind of decided that I wanted to move there, but with the pandemic and everything and all the other reasons that I've already explained, I kind of forgotten that, and I lost who I was. Do you know what I mean? I still want to be a flight attendant, I still want to live in London, I still want to move there. And I was saying on some of my previous videos that I was thinking about getting a job in London and moving to London, and a lot of people were saying, what's all the sudden change? The thing is, it isn't a sudden change. I've been planning it for a while. I just lost myself and I forgot who I was. But I remember now, and I need to get out of Stirling because I hate it here, and there's just too many bad things that have happened, and I need to get out. I keep seeing the people that have like been bad to me in the past and stuff, and I've had a few really bad run-ins that have caused me a lot of anxiety. I'm just like, this town is so bad for my mental health. I need to get out of here, so that's what I'm doing. I've hoping that I get a job soon. I've applied for a few jobs, and they're literally like my dream job, and if I get them, that would be a dream come true. I'm trying really hard to manifest them. I'm going to be a flight attendant. That is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get that job that I've applied for and that I've got a job interview for. I'm going to be back in London soon, so I might make a video talking about that. But yeah, that's my mission. That's what I've decided. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Like, that's it. There's nothing that's gonna stop me. People think I'm being rash, but I've made my mind up. That's what I'm gonna do. Screw it. I'm just gonna do it. So yeah, that's basically the rant over, and that's me explaining. And well, the motto of this video is, don't let anyone change you or make you lose your path or make you forget, because I did forget who I was, and I feel like I kind of big mental changes had to come to make me remember who I was. And I think a major tower moment happened to me in my life, and I feel like maybe it had to happen to get me to remember who I was and remember what I needed to do. So I'm gonna do this. I'm doing this for me, for my mental health, and for my goals, and for my dreams, and for my ambitions. I'm not gonna apologise for that, because it's what I want to do, and I don't care what people think anymore. I'm just gonna do it, because at the end of the day, I'm doing what's good for me, and I need to put myself first. And anyone who's watching that has a dream or a goal, you need to put yourself first, your health first, your dreams first. Everything that you need comes first. That's not selfish, that's looking after your mental health and your well-being. And don't let anything or anyone deter you off from this path, especially the job centre, because the job centre will make you apply for things because it's just ticking boxes and get them to look for stuff. But don't let them put pressure on you to apply for stuff that you don't want to do. Know your worth and know that you're a lot better than that job where you're paid very little money and the management treat you like garbage. Because I've been there in jobs like that before, where I've been working really hard for very little money and management treat you like rubbish. You're better than that, and you deserve better than that. Even if it takes you years of studying and volunteer work for getting experience. I'm doing volunteer work now. I've done quite a lot of volunteer work. It just gains you experience, and it does look good on your CV/resume, depending on where you are. I know in the US it gets called a resume, and Britain it's a CV. But yeah, just don't let the system get you down, is what I feel like saying. And there's a really old song that says the lyrics. I've had it stuck in my head for a while now. But yeah, I've got a plan. I'm gonna get a job in the city, then I'm gonna stay with a relative until I've saved up enough money for a deposit for my own place. Then I'm gonna get my own place, and then I'll be away from this horrible town and I'll finally find happiness. But anyway, that's everything from me today, my spooky children. I hope you have enjoyed this video today. I understand it was a long one, but I feel like I had to speak my truth. Share this video, subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when my next video comes out. Also, don't forget to follow me on my socials. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Patreon. And if you could follow me on Twitter and become a Patreon of mine, I'd be very grateful for that. As far as psychic readings are going, I don't know when I'll be doing them again. It'll be a while, I think, now, because I need to get my life sorted out. But as soon as everything's kind of sorted and I'm settled, the readings will return. I hope that is everything for me today, my spooky children. I hope you have enjoyed this video today, and goodbye.